Rwenzururu Kingdom, a major cultural identity of the region. All right. Now, moving on to the other update that we do have, Uganda's Vice President Jessica Alupo has arrived in Washington, D.C. to represent President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni at the signing of the Peace and Prosperity Accord between Democratic Republic of Congo and that is President Felix Tshisekedi and Rwanda's President Paul Kagame. She was received at Joint Base Andrews by U.S. protocol officials and Uganda's diplomatic team, including Ambassador Robina Kakonge and her deputy Tayewa Katwebe. Alupo's presence underscores Uganda's role in promoting peace, dialogue, and stability in the region. The other update to look into is definitely the Public Relations Association Uganda Awards, that is the PRAO Excellence Awards 2025 that took shape yesterday at Protea Hotel in Kololo, and it was the 9th edition of the PRAO Excellence Awards, where recognizing innovation and impact in public relations was a key highlight. John and I happened to attend these events, and one of the things that stood out for me, which I thought is a gap for you and all of us here who are in the communication and public relations space, it's the issue of innovation. It's one of the highlights that was sought out by by the representatives of the judges for these awards, and she mentioned that out of all the submissions that were received, most of them lacked the element of innovation. Yes, for some it was there, and of course the best of them won in each category, but highly the element of innovation was one that lacked in there, which I thought, a window there, and for us to get dig deeper into the area of innovation, and of course landing it with PR and communications. But that's a bit of the updates that we have this Friday. It's a Friday and it's lighter. My name is Julie F. Nantaba, and of course I'm not alone. I am with Joan Murunji, and this Friday is just a Friday of two ladies in elegant black and running the show alongside you. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Julie. Welcome back from the awards.
Indeed, welcome back as well.
You were really smart.
Thank you.
I told you, remember, you had a nice face bit. I'm like, okay. So Julie did not inform me that I'm supposed to get a face bit. I was all looking like to whom it may concern.
Oh, wow.
And you appeared with makeup perfect. And I'm like, okay, Julie, I will revenge sometime.
It's an award ceremony. If it's an award ceremony, you'd expect that.
Okay,
yes.
Good morning to you, our viewers. You know, Friday is always regarded as the golden child or the superhero of the week, since it welcomes us into the weekend. So you, our viewers who are accompanying us this morning, you need to let loose and yes, pull some strings together so that you can go and try out some recreation activities. Speaking of which, the Ugandan members of parliament who have been tirelessly training for the 15th East African Inter-Parliamentary Games, and the competitions are going to begin today. Yes, these are going to run until the 17th of December. Amongst of which the games they are going to be competing in, there is football, netball, volleyball, and also athletics and tug of war. But for the members of parliament with disabilities, there is going to be darts. So whoever is going to be watching this, the members of parliament, let's put politics aside. Let's go and watch them and support them, because it's going to have a participation from so many East African countries, for example, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, and Democratic Republic of Congo. And just to let you know, these awards were first introduced, not awards, forgive me. No, these competitions, the games were first introduced by IALA in 2001 as a way of popularizing and sensitizing citizens about the integration process. So now these games hope members of parliament to foster good relationships and also, yes, to spearhead and make sure there is integration. So I can't wait to see the results. You know, I saw Honorable Geoffrey Rutaya is part of the football team.
Right.
And I can't wait to see the ladies where they're competing in netball. You know, netball is not an easy sport. You have to jump,
Definitely
you have to shoot, so I can imagine our ladies.
Definitely so, and usually it is said, not so sure, but I've also seen it, that most times netballers tend to be tall. It's advertised, rather advised that they are taller because they easily dunk off their feet like springs.
Okay, okay.
to be able to get into that net. Anyways, that aside, John, what do we have on the local scene?
Of course, from the local scene, we are beginning off with His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in Bunyangabo. And yes, the NRM presidential candidate, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has campaigned in Kasese district with a message centered on peace and stability. Now highlighting how his administration wiped out several rebel groups that had sought to destabilize Kasese and the country. He also pledged to rehabilitate worn-out roads within the Rwenzori sub-region and upgrade health facilities. In Bunyangabo district, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni saluted the arts teachers who staged an industrial strike mid this year, protesting disparities in government salary enhancements for heeding his call and eventually returning to class. Now, according to the president, such situations arise from poor national prioritization, where many consider salaries and emoluments more important than key public needs, such as schools, hospitals, and infrastructure. Now, he made these remarks yesterday while he was in the Rwenzori sub-region. And later in the night, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni reiterated the need for political and economic integration among East African states, as well as having a common voice as Africa, if the continent is to fully realize its independence and build for the future. Now, Museveni, who spoke in the local dialect of Runyankole, also discussed issues affecting market prices for tea in Ankole, Kigezi, and Toro, which he attributes to poor garden practices and unavoidable international factors. And from other presidential candidates, the Forum for Democratic Change presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafawi has promised to bring back cattle keeping in Teso region. While addressing his campaign rallies in Soroti district at Tabuo Town Council, Mafawi expressed disappointment that the Soroti Meat Packer Factory, redundant now for years. Members of the Alliance for National Transformation, led by Honorable Kachiano Wadri, welcomed their party's flag bearer, General Mugisha Muntu, in Obongi and Yombe districts in the West Nile sub-region as they canvassed for votes for their candidate. Now, while addressing supporters at Ndiri, Anchinyi, Obongi Town, and Yombe, General Mugisha Muntu reaffirmed the ANT Party's commitment to improving service delivery and enhancing people's livelihoods. Now, Muntu urged the people of Obongi and Yombe to entrust him with leadership if they want to see real improvements in service delivery. Residents, however, raised concerns about climate change, lack of support from government programs, and land-related wrangles between the host communities and the Palorinya refugee settlement. And the National Unit Platform leader and presidential candidate Chagulanyi Sentamu Robert has reminded the Lango and Acholi communities about the long-standing issue of their cattle that were lost during past conflicts. An issue, he says, has left many families in deep poverty and unable to afford even basic needs, such as school fees for their children. And of course, the Uganda Electoral Commission has announced it shall have mandatory biometric voter verification and the identification for every voter before voting. The system designed to identify registered voters through fingerprints and face recognition will be recognized. Yes, they will be recognized by these biometric machines. And the Electoral Commission has designed a new biometric voter verification system that uses fingerprints and face recognition software for voter identification. Now, Solomon Muhumuza says there shall be mandatory voter verification with biometric kits before issuing of ballot papers. Now, each polling station will be assigned two biometric kits that have a fully charged kit with a power bank that can last up to 10 hours. The kits have capacity to scan the ballot plates, ballot papers, national ID of a prospective voter, and if one does not have, shall scan their face, including iris. Now, it works to identify voter polling station identity in a time frame of 25 to 35 seconds. Wow. The system is designed separately to configure data, has a tally network that functions without internet. District voter identification data will be entered in biometric kits, and the Electoral Commission will tally with the offline tally network to see if it corresponds with the registered number of voters. Meanwhile, Electoral Commission has recruited 183 IT support staff to offer training to 1,050 trainers at sub-county level, who will offer training the 50,000 polling officials. The printing of voter locator slips is more or less complete and will be issued this month. And moving on, it is now 2 months since those contesting for the presidency began campaigning and convincing voters to trust them with the mandate of being president. However, in some of the camps of candidates, especially in opposition, which the police say are caused by supporters and candidates who fail to follow guidelines as regulated by the Electoral Commission. The situation has prompted the Ugandan Human Rights Commission to engage with all stakeholders, including the Electoral Commission, police, Uganda Communications Commission, religious leaders, under the Interreligious Council of Uganda, and the media to deliberate on what can be done to ensure peaceful campaigns and elections. Now, the chairperson of the Human Rights Commission, Mariam Wangadia, used this platform to remind police of its responsibility to protect people and their property rather than using excessive force in situations where it is not necessary, and that is especially during gatherings of some candidates. The IGP, represented by Police Commissioner Dina Chasimire, began by apologizing for incidents observed during the campaigns, especially in Uganda, where a life was lost. On behalf of Electoral Commission, spokesperson Julius Muchunguzi urged the police to conduct thorough investigations and uncover the causes of the irregularities emerging in campaigns which had initially started peacefully. The Executive Director, Uganda Communications Commission, in his message delivered by the head of legal at UCC, Dr. Abdul Salam Waiswa, appealed to citizens to use online platforms responsibly and avoid activities that may lead to internet shutdown during the election period. Oh, there was a hint of possible internet shutdown. We saw it in Tanzania.
Indeed, and we've seen it happen to us as well.
It will not be something as coming off as a shocker.
Yes, little wonder they always said that Ugandans had a mantra, very interesting mantra. This is just for the sake of being light on the street.
Of course, it's a Friday.
Yeah, the Ugandans would say that Tanzania bakabya cheju.
Oh, okay. So, Julie, today you are our international reporter.
Indeed. On the international scene, we definitely are starting off with matters Putin in India. And it's interesting that as I read this story for a minute, as I read about the Indian capital, my mind just coded the Indian Ocean. Anyways, pun intended. Russian President Vladimir Putin landed in the Indian capital on Thursday evening for his first visit to the country since Moscow launched a full-scale invasion on Ukraine nearly 4 years ago. even as a renewed push by the United States to end the conflict appears to have stalled. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi broke with regular protocol to personally welcome Putin on the tarmac at the airport before enveloping the Russian leader in a trademark embrace. Putin's 30-hour speed trip coincides with a tense turn in relations between Washington and New Delhi, with the US also punishing India with tariffs and a sanctions threat for its strong historic ties with Russia and a surge in its purchase of Russian crude during the Ukraine war. That tension has in turn made India's long-standing balancing act between Russia and the West an even more delicate tightrope walk. Since gaining independence from Britain in 1947, India has tried to avoid getting locked into formal alliances with any superpower, leading the non-aligned movement during the Cold War, even though in reality it drifted closer to the Soviet Union from the 1960s. Since the end of the Cold War, it has deepened strategic and military ties with the US while trying to keep its friendship with Russia afloat. Now let's move on to the bickering between Colombia's president and Donald Trump. Now, Colombia's president has warned Donald Trump that he risked waking the jaguar after the US leader suggested that any country he believed was making illegal drugs destined for the US was liable to a military attack. Now, during a cabinet meeting on Tuesday, the US president said that military strikes on land targets inside Venezuela would start very soon. Trump also warned that any country producing narcotics was a potential target, singling out Colombia, which has long been a close ally in Washington's war on drugs. Shortly afterwards, Colombia's president Gustavo Petro hit back in a social media post saying to threaten our sovereignty is to declare war. Do not damage two centuries of diplomatic relations. Petro also invited Trump to visit Colombia, the world's largest producer of cocaine, to see his government's efforts to destroy drug-producing labs. Come with me and I'll show you how they are destroyed. One lab every 40 minutes, he wrote. Interesting matters there.
Exactly.
Now let's come to matters on the continent. United States President Donald Trump, of course he features on this one, has hosted the leaders of Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, to sign a peace deal that could end the conflict between the two countries. Although violence on the ground has not stopped, Trump hailed the US brokered deal on Thursday as a new chapter for the region. It's an amazing day, quote unquote. It's an amazing day, great day for Africa, great day for the world and for these two countries, Trump said, and they have so much to be proud of. The agreement was originally reached in June. DRC's President Felix Tshisekedi and his Rwandan counterpart Paul Kagame had met in Qatar in March, initiating the talks that led to the deal. The agreement has raised hopes of ending the conflict in the DRC, where the March 23 movement, that is the M23, a Rwanda-backed armed group, has been advancing deeper into the resource-rich east of the country. Well, that marks it for what we have on the foreign scene. I was so used to the dailies, I almost said dailies. But John, quickly take us away with what we have in some of the dailies.
And of course, we're starting off with the New Vision, and the biggest headline on the front page there is Ugandan-made bus arrives in South Africa. And of course, the Kira Motors get deal to supply 450 buses. You'll find that on page 10 in the New Vision. And of course, New Vision has also wrote about Rwanda DRC sign a peace deal. and the road to 2026, how new voter machines will work. And yes, you'll be having a copy of the new vision. And anyone who attacks Uganda will die. Now, that was said by the NRM flag bearer, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And just still on the front page, there is a mammoth of crowds there in yellow. And yes, you can look out for the new vision today, and you'll see more of these stories for yourself so that you can have a deeper insight.
Right, thank you very much, Joan. Let's close this with the Gazette as of the 5th day of December 2025. And in the Gazette there, I hope it gets displayed ASAP. But just in case, we can definitely look at it.
Okay.
Shortly after the break. Let's just enjoy some music. When we get back, well, it's the holiday season, and it would be really, really, really interesting to have someone remind you of what it was like to be young and take over your holidays. So how about we do enjoy some music, and when we get back, we'll definitely have a display of the Gazette. But in the meantime, Johnny Drill has some music for us. Good morning.
Live from UBC Studio.
The week comes to Good Morning Uganda. It's a very good morning to you. Welcome to Good Morning Uganda. It's a Friday. Finally, the week comes to the end. And hopefully for you, it's a week that has result. Maybe tiresome, but one that has result is one that is worth fighting for and then taking a moment to relax for. My name is Julie F. Nantaba, and looking at some of the updates that we do have, of course, starting with campaigns. Kasese district, one of Uganda's largest and most mineral-endowed regions, lies in western Uganda along the Rwenzori corridor, and it's about approximately 395 kilometers from Kampala, and is home to a number of people, about a population of 853,831 people, and this is according to the 2024 census statistics. Now, this district is strategically positioned at the foot of the Rwenzori Mountains. Kasese hosts only snow-capped mountain on the equator. It's the only snow-capped mountain. Pardon me, Kasese hosts the only snow-capped mountain on the equator in the world. And let's have a look at footage from there as candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni indeed was holding his campaign trail there. Of course, looking at some of the achievements that are on their parish development model comes in there as some of the districts that have indeed heavily achieved from the parish development model. Keep in mind that Rwenzori Mountains National Park makes tourism one of its biggest income generating activities, and the district is also rich in minerals including salt, copper and cobalt, with Rukonjo being the most widely spoken and culturally unique language. Kasese is also home to the historic Rwenzori Kingdom, a major cultural identity of the region. All right, now moving on to the other updates that we do have. Uganda's Vice President Jessica Alupo has arrived in Washington, D.C. to represent President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni at the signing of the Peace and Prosperity Accord between Democratic Republic of Congo and that is President Felix Tshisekedi and Rwanda's President Paul Kagame. She was received at Joint Base Andrews by U.S. protocol officials and Uganda's diplomatic team, including Ambassador Robina Kakonge and her deputy Tayewa Katvebe. Alupo's presence underscores Uganda's role in promoting peace, dialogue and stability in the region. The other update to look into is definitely the Public Relations Association Uganda Awards, that is the POW Excellence Awards 2025 that took shape yesterday at Protea Hotel in Kololo, and it was the 9th edition of the POW Excellence Awards, where recognizing innovation and impact in public relations was a key highlight. John and I happened to attend these events, and one of the things that stood out for me, which I thought is a gap for you and all of us here who are in the communication and public relations space, it's the issue of innovation. It's one of the highlights that was sought out by by the representatives of the judges for these awards, and she mentioned that out of all the submissions that were received, most of them lacked the element of innovation. Yes, for some it was there, and of course the best of them won in each category, but highly the element of innovation was one that lacked in there, which I thought, a window there, and for us to get
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
Commissioner General, to invest in taxation. When people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo clearance protects small traders who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned, or what we have stopped, is the use of container leaders. Now, Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Njagala okwebaza olw'enteekateeka eno gavumenti gye yatondawo ey'okulaba nga omuntu wa wansi, omuntu omuwejjero wa ghetto afiibwako. Nti nga ghettos eriyo embeera eyaliwo nga si nnungi. Okugereza ddala mu nteekateeka eno nga tennajja, abaana bangi baakwatibwanga, naye bukya enteekateeka eno ejja, bintu bingi bituukiddwako, naddala mu nteekateeka z'ebyokwerinda, security, wamu n'enkulaakulana. Nga tuyita mu nkola gye bayita eya ghetto structure. Ghetto structure kwe kulonda obukulembeze okuviira ddala ku ghetto esookebwako ku kyalo, ne tubeera ne ba coordinators ku muluka paka eno gye tuli. Omwaka guno yatuwa ssente obukadde 10 wano emikono twabufuna, era mu nfuna ya ssente zino twagala okwebaza Oweekitiibwa Pulezidenti. Ssente zino ziyambye nnyo abantu ba ghetto. Abantu ba ghetto nakubadde gavumenti ebadde n'emiwaatwa mingi gyeyisaamu ssente zaayo okutuuka ku bantu zibayambye, naye ssente ezo zibadde tezituuka ku bantu ba ghetto. Ssente zino bannaghetto tuzibawadde era bazifunyeemu. Ebiseera ebisinga wali emabega abantu ba ghetto abamu baali bennyamivu nga bamanyi nti gavumenti yabavaako, era ng'osanga abantu abamu mu ghetto nga tebalinaamu nsonga. Oli akugamba ekimbeeza mu ghetto noonyeza emirimu Uganda wonna gibuze. Twagala okusiima Pulezidenti w'eggwanga kubanga ssente ze yatuwa twazifuna, era gwe guno omulundi ogwasookera ddala nga bannaghetto mu Uganda, era twagala okumwebaza okutwagalira ddala n'atuwa ne ku ssente ezikola. Ffenna ffe twagala kumusuubiza nti abalaba gye bamulabira nti akadde ate kati ffe olw'okuba yakatutandikako tulaba nga yakavubuka, era twagala n'okumulaga amaanyi 26 oba ki ebyatuswaza edda mu mukono twagala okubimalawo mu 2026 tugatteko amaanyi tumwebaze olw'omutima ogwagala abantu ba bulijjo naddala ffe bannaghetto.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning. Eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
My question is, what is the difference between rental tax and income tax? How comes I'm paying both taxes on my own premises? If you want to have a tin, but you are not making any income from your business, you should take on the obligation to continue filing your nil return.
General, to invest in taxation. When people understand taxes and they know the importance of taxes and they know the fair assessment of these taxes they're supposed to pay, I think everybody will embrace taxation.
As banning groupage cargo, clearance protects small traders, who cannot afford to import full container loads individually and rely on consolidation to remain competitive. Cargo to come in groupage is consolidation, it's legitimate, and we can't ban it. What we have banned or what we have stopped is the use of container leaders. Now, Fiona, the good news I have for you is that among the new tax proposals,
now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning, Uganda. Thank you so much for watching UBC TV. Always a pleasure knowing that we are inspiring you and we do not take it for granted. Never stop saying it. We thank you. If you're just joining in and you've just tuned in, you're welcome. This is Good Morning Uganda on UBC TV. And if you started the show with us, thank you very much. Now, before we went in for a short break, we were trying to look at what the dailies had. And before we head to the Gazette, let's just take a look at what other dailies do have. Starting off, of course, with the Daily Monitor. The Daily Monitor there, the headline is Plan to Fire UEDCL, Top Chiefs Stopped. Interesting one. Interesting one. But FYI, the What It Is a campaign is one of those major campaigns that got to be recognized at the Public Relations Association Awards, at the PROW Awards. But anyways, Plan to Fire UEDCL Top Chiefs Stopped. Countermanded, Prime Minister Robin Anabanja also stopped the proposal by the Energy Ministry, backed by some tenderpreneurs, to introduce a private player to partner with UEDCL in a joint venture arrangement. Still in the Daily Monitor, it is a second Christmas in jail for Dr. Besige. That's in the picture, as you can see there. Now, URA debt funded bonus draws fire. Also still in the Daily Monitor, Juko's 13-year rise and what her exit means. Also other stories, Mukono family prays for 1 week to resurrect body. And mandatory vehicle inspection starts. Another story in the Daily Monitor. Also job opportunities in there that you should tap into and get yourself an opportunity, looking at vacancies in Boyikwe DLG Centenary Bank, Green Hill Academy School, and GHP, IEGO, etc. Let me see what the Lizard has to say. Is that expected? That is, government threatens to shut down social media. Anyways, looking at the rest of East Africa, Daily Nation represents there. And the headline is State House Snub Exposes ODM Rift. That's the headline in the Daily Nation. And there is President William Ruto with ODM party leader Oburu Oginga and New Mbere North MP Leo Mutende at State House on Tuesday. The ruling outfit and Orange Party are reviewing their cooperation pact. Still in the Daily Nation, police boss is in brutal Gen Z crackdown moved in shake-up of top command. And City Hall set to impose hefty fees on motorists, traders and developers. Also still in the Daily Nation, MP claims teachers' medical cover is a raw deal. All of that you can find in the Daily Nation. Get yourself a copy of either of the papers and get to read and dig deeper into the detail. Now this morning, I am having a conversation, and of course one that you should be part of. First and foremost, save the number 0709602592. I believe you'll be interested to engage this conversation, ask questions, or even share your opinion or piece of advice. I am with amazing guests, smart and clad in the same color that I am. And above all else, they remind me of me at that stage. Now it's the holiday season, and in studio with me, it's three amazing ladies who, of which each of them is going to introduce themselves to tell us a detail. I do not want to pour words or put words into each one's mouth. Each one of them will be telling us who they are and what they represent. But I'm excited to have this conversation because I'm just reminded of the younger me, and I'm surprised being from them because I'm excited to honestly learn